So in this video, I'm going to be talking about a fragrance I got a couple of days ago from an Instagrammer, and two fragrances that I've sprayed on my left and right hand that I'm testing, and what I wore Friday and Saturday. You want to know what they are? Then stay tuned. So I see you all came back. Glad you chose to. For those of you who are joining me for the first time, my name is Keith. This is the Fragrant Life, where we talk about everything fragrance related. And if you are not a subscriber, make sure you reach down and tap that subscribe button. Hit the bell icon. Make sure you hit all so you get all content uploaded by me through this channel. Make sure you like the videos, thumbs up, share the videos, and be active in the comment section. And it doesn't cost you a dime. Now, I'm going to talk about the two fragrances that I'm testing. These are well-known fragrances, so I'm not going to insult anybody's intelligence on this one. But I will say that for those of you who do not know about these fragrances, then you definitely want to get to your Sephora, Ulta, Belks, wherever that sell fragrances that allow you to still smell them, because a lot of places aren't allowing people to spray things, but some are. But if you can get your nose on these, definitely do so. The highly popular OG Spice Bomb on my left hand, and the mixed, I guess, reaction fragrance Spice Bomb Night Vision. Now, a lot of people, it was a love and hate relationship with this one, because this ended up being one of those crowd pleasing, mass appealing type sweet fragrances. And the OG is one I have a love-hate relationship with, and I haven't gotten to the love part yet. I have owned this fragrance before. I actually found it at TJ Maxx here where I live, and it was a smaller size bottle of this. But when I sprayed it on, I didn't care for it. I actually wore it once, and it just didn't move me like everybody else is like, oh my God, Spice Bomb is Spice Bomb, and I just don't get it. But I was purchasing Night Vision, and I said, you know what? Why even start down this road if I don't have the OG again? So I went ahead and picked up the OG. Now I need the extreme version, which is the one I heard was the better version of all three of these. But I let my girl smell these on my hands before she left, and she chose Night Vision, and so do I. So the OG, I'm not sure of the notes, and I'm not going to get into it right now, but it's more, to me, on the mature side. Not too mature. Somebody in their 20s, maybe in their teens, could pull this off. But compared to Night Vision is more juvenile smelling to me, along that lines of like 1 Million or Invictus, something like that. But I like it. So those are the two I'm testing right now. And then Friday, I actually wasn't going to purchase this fragrance, but I guess since I had the other three and I still want to get my hands on the newer one, and I think there's Onyx, but it's from Paco Rabanne, I wore Invictus Legend. And I wasn't sure about this fragrance at first, but wearing this Friday, I was absolutely loving this on me. This got me actually well over 8, maybe 10 hours of longevity just off my skin. Now, I'm not even talking about my shirt, and I'll get into my shirt in a few seconds. Great smelling fragrance if you like that bubblegummy kind of sweet fragrance. I love it a lot. Which brings me to what I wore Saturday, and this will come back into play. Just hold on. So Saturday, I'm usually off, and I decided that I wanted to go in. I have to train to do inventory. So I went ahead. I had the option not to go, but I chose to go in anyway. And the fragrance I wore, being that nobody was going to be in the front office, I wore a Mancera fragrance, and it is Black Line. And this is a fantastic smelling fragrance. Definitely a powerhouse. It smells like it has oud in it. I'm not sure of the notes, but I'm not going to get into it right now. I love this scent. So as I'm working, I got on the same shirt I had on Friday. Nobody's at work but me and maybe one or two other guys. And as I'm working, obviously I can smell this. It's fresh. But around 11, between that 11 and 12 o'clock mark, I started getting hot, a little bit sweaty. And this started flaring up off my shirt. And I kid you not, even though I could still smell this, I was smelling this even more than I was smelling the Mancera. So that says a lot about this fragrance. A powerhouse. So don't get it twisted. Mancera is a powerhouse also, but I guess just the sweetness from this was just hitting my nose, and I was picking up more Invictus Legend than I was the Mancera. Now, this fragrance I've heard Tommy from Studio Sense mention before, and I am honestly not a huge Hugo Boss fan. I do have the Hugo, the Hugo Boss that has the apple pie kind of vibe that people keep saying. I had the intense version of that. I got rid of it, but I also have Hugo Boss, I think it's unlimited in the white bottle. I like those two. But the ones from this particular line I didn't care for. I have smelled some of these in TJ Maxx. You know, people do open boxes and stuff like that. So this particular line I didn't care for. But this is Hugo Boss Iced. And this one from Tommy got some good reviews. And a Instagrammer reached out to me, and this is his information, and he said, you know, in so many words, have I ever smelled this fragrance? I said no, I'm not a huge fan of it. And he wanted to send me a bottle just to see what I thought, and that's what he did. So he sent me a bottle of it, and I sprayed it this, not the day I got it. I think I sprayed it the day after on my hand just to see what I thought. And I was talking to my boy Trey Sense, and I told him right then, I said, I don't really care for this. It's too light. I barely can smell it. It smells generic. It smells cheap. And, you know, as we were talking on the phone, it started. Every time I moved, because I had it on my hand, every time I moved my hand, I kept picking up like this citrus, like this citrus vibe. It was, you know, it was kind of fresh, clean, citrusy. I kept smelling like this mint vibe. And I think it has like vetiver or something in it that's kind of giving off like this, like bergamot or lemon lime kind of vibe is putting off. And I know that really doesn't make sense because vetiver doesn't smell like that, but it's kind of giving off that kind of citrusy kind of vibe. And it got stronger and stronger. Now I'm not saying this is like Mancera strong, but it did get strong enough to where when I put my arm up I could smell it, or when I wave my hand or whatever I could smell it. This started smelling pretty damn good. Now what solidified for me is what I'm going to put up the screen here. And this is a message from my girlfriend. Now I went to my girlfriend's house. I got off from work. I came home. I changed clothes. I sprayed this on, and I posted it on Instagram and Facebook. And I went to her house. I sat down. She was getting our son ready for me to take him back with me. And when I left, I stopped by my mom's house. So as I'm getting my son out of the truck, I got a text message, and you just saw the message. And the message pretty much was saying, you know, hey, what was you wearing? You know, whatever, whatever. And I told her what it was. And she said, well, I like or love whatever it was. She said, Hugo. She said, I can still smell it in the house after you left. So that says a lot about this fragrance. I actually am loving it now. And I definitely will be wearing this spring and summer when it starts warming up a little bit more. It's actually hot now, but we're still in, I think, the winter months. But not a bad fragrance at all. So the note breakdown should have been somewhere back in the back if you saw it already. Definitely one to check out if you're looking for something for spring and summer. This does kind of give off the vibe of something like a Dior Homme Cologne. I would say L'Homme Ideal Cologne, kind of, but that one has like that almond vibe to it. So anything that you can find that has this citrusy type vibe to it is what this gives off, which is not a bad thing. You know, if you don't want to pay Dior prices for Dior Homme Cologne, in which they are still selling, I heard it was discontinued, but when you go in Ulta, you see plenty of it on the shelves. But anyway, that's all I got for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I am about to get out of here. I need to take a shower and get my behind in the bed. So here is to smelling great. Peace.